Alright guys, so you know I do a little bit of running, and this may be the best running shoe I've ever put on my foot. So today we're looking at the On Cloudmonster. Let's get into it. What's going on, everybody? It's Mike from the Sneaker History Podcast, and we are back with another video. Guys, thank you so much for joining. If you're new to the channel or hadn't done so yet, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, leave a like, drop a comment, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff to get it through the algorithm. You know I say it once, I say it a million times, but I do appreciate you guys. But with that being said, let's get right into the shoe. So first off, shout out to On for sending these over. We're looking at the Coludmonster. Guys, and the name fits it perfectly. This is a monster of a running shoe. I think this may be the best running shoe available right now. But as I say that, I know everyone's foot's different. Everyone's stride is different. So really go test out running shoes. But I will say if you're testing out running shoes, definitely try out On. They have a lot of different things out there. And I think this, Coludmonster may be the most versatile out there, in my opinion. So first thing you're gonna know is we're gonna talk about is gonna be the monster cushioning on there, which gives it its name. This is the most cushioning they have on any Cloud running sneaker, and it's gonna be, of course, that Cloud Tech design. That is gonna be the Helion foam. That is gonna be this super nice, responsive, soft, right out the box, comfortable foam. Now, I've running this a few times. You guys can see, well, maybe you can, maybe you can't, maybe you see it in the B-roll. Little dirt, some crease lines in here because I've run in this sneaker, and I must say, right out the box, it was bouncy, it was cushiony, everything I can think of that gives you that response you need for running. That's what this did for me. Now, I'm spoiled, so the super high cushioning and the carbon plates of what I look for when it comes to running sneakers, and it's really checked all the boxes for me. So we're kind of going backwards than what we normally do in a review, where we're going, top to bottom. We're going bottom to top. So again, we're gonna have that huge cushioning here, and within that Cloud Tech and Helion foam, if you flip it over, there's going to be our speed board, which is going to be our plate. Which, guys, you know I love that plate that helps you with that energy return. That's what this does. So with the cushioning and the speed board together, it's actually supposed to help with, of course, the comfort on your foot, but also producing more energy back, the energy return whenever you're hitting your strides, when you're on the ground running. And I have to tell you again, I'm no scientist. I just know that I can't tell the difference between this and some of the other shoes I've worn before. Now, the one we're looking at today is going to be this undyed white color, one of my favorites they put out. But there's a lot of different colors. Of course, I'll put a link down in the description so you guys can check it out. But I know with fall coming, it's not blazing hot outside anymore. Well, take that back. It won't be blazing hot outside anymore sooner than later, and with kind of that race and marathon season, I think typically starting around this time, a lot of people are going to get out running when it feels a whole lot nicer. You're not dying out there because of the heat. Now, I'm actually using these to train for the Houston Marathon, hopefully. I stopped when I said that because I'm actually training for the half marathon, but I've done it already. So I want to see if I can push myself to actually get through the whole marathon. So we'll see what happens, but that's the goal, to actually use these for the race. So again, I appreciate the family over there On for sending these over. Now look at the top. It is going to be a mesh material up top, very thin, but also does have nice comfort on it. It's not something that's thin and like jabbing you in the foot or causing pinches. It's actually a thin but nice put together mesh that, if I'm not mistaken, got the number right, 35% recycled material. I know a lot of brands out there are trying to get better at that, and 35% is pretty solid from, again, things that I know. Up top, you're going to have the ventilation on the toe box with a little bit more of a stronger mesh right here on the front of the toe box. You're going to have your On branding here, which is going to be in a silver reflective piece. You're going to have your eyelets done up in a fused type material with a quick lacing system with a black and white flat lace that is going to sit on top of a mesh, more of an open mesh tongue that has the Coludmonster and On branding here. Now, if you notice, it is a bit of an asymmetrical setup where you're going to have it not going perfectly down the front of the shoe when it comes to eyelets and laces, but it is offset a bit, which apparently gives more lockdown. I didn't know that, and clearly I've been in the shoes for a while, but this shows you can learn something new all the time. But those asymmetrical lacing system actually is supposed to give you better lockdown. Didn't even realize that, but I know now. Now, on the sides of the sneaker, or I should say on the lateral side, that is, you're going to have the O from the On branding here with the Cloud Tech going across in silver and white. You're going to have more of that silver reflective going around the medial side as well. With on the heel, you're going to have the On branding again, just like we saw on the toe in that silver reflective material. You're going to get across the ankle. You're going to have a thicker mesh there. You want to have some comfort around the ankle, which it really does. This shoe just really, I can't express enough how comfortable it is right out the box. It's super awesome. Get it inside. You're going to have a black sock liner done up in mesh as well. You're going to have the insole done up in black, and it's going to have the Coludmonster branding. It's a pretty light foam midsole, a little bit of thickness to it. But again, you're going to get most of that cushion, most of that comfort coming from the actual midsole setup. Now, as we get into, well, let me get that right on in here. Now, if we get into the fit of the sneaker, true to size. I was kind of skeptical because the X2 I put on the training sneaker, which I did a review on that not too long ago. Thank you guys for watching. That is doing very well. I'll put a link up there so you guys want to check it out. But I got that sneaker and it was a bit of a half size too big for me. But this one fits true to size. This running sneaker, the Coludmonster, fits true to size for me. And it fits perfectly. Honestly, I wouldn't change anything if I was a wire footer or normal foot or even a slim footer. Try them on, of course, as you can, but I feel like this really is true to size when it comes to length. And if you look at the the width of the shoe with that lighter mesh material, I feel like it stretches out according to that width of your foot. So I think it's pretty solid to go true to size. But again, I'm always going to tell you, go try them on if you can, because everyone's foot's different. Now, we talked about the performance. We talked about the shoe. I'm going to put a link down below. You guys let me know what you think about it. But before we finish off, if you guys are runners, if you guys are trying to start running, you don't have to be professionals. This shoe is made to really be the all-around kind of the Swiss Army knife, no pun intended since it is a Swiss brand, but Swiss Army knife for running shoes, because maybe you're starting out with 5Ks, maybe you're starting out with just a mile or two at a time, but it's also meant to get you that big run. So the 20Ks, the marathons, the half marathons, this is meant for that. So don't feel intimidated like, oh man, I'm not running a huge race, maybe I don't need something like this. This can help, and I think it's still more price conscious compared to some of the other crazy technical runners out there. Gosh, it really escapes. I want to say between 160 and 180. I want to say 160. My brain just, the price just left me, but I'll put it across the screen here so you can see. But this is just a great all-around sneaker from the beginner runners to the more advanced runners. So I really say they really hit the nail on the head when it comes to this shoe. Now, if you're looking to get, again, just get out there, get running, and you just kind of want the better equipment, you don't like holding things in your pockets, you don't want to have like a backpack or fanny pack, things like that on. Something else I want to show is going to be their Ultra Vest. Now, this is going to be a running vest. It's more specifically for the trails, like if you're doing some kind of like trail running, cross-country type, because it actually has a patch and inside for trail emergency information, which is kind of cool. It shows you some different like emergency numbers and hand signs. But I like it because I don't like carrying things while I run. This is going to be a mesh material that's going to allow you to have back pieces here to throw on your cell phone, throw in your wallet if you're out. Maybe you parked your car keys and you don't want to throw it in your pocket. This allows you to do so. Now, I'm showing you guys the 10-liter version of this. There is a 5-liter version as well, which is going to be a little smaller. But what's also really cool about this is that you don't want to carry a water bottle for those outdoor runs. It actually is going to give you options for these water bladders to put in the front pockets here. So let me show you real fast. We're going to put these in the front pocket. Now, they don't have water in them, so clearly nothing to drink out of at this moment. But you see how I put it in that front pocket. You have 2 pockets for that, so that way you can go ahead and have it right on your vest. You're able to reach the water. You're not having to dig in your pockets or stop for something. So it's really cool just to help you keep the run going, because if you're anything like me, when I stop and lose momentum, it just isn't the same when I restart. So this does help keep the running going and help you get better and maybe even build that endurance up, because you have everything you need on your person. Now, the vest is going to be available again in a 10-liter and a 5-liter version. They're going to be $180. I'll leave a link to both products, of course, down below. But they've been awesome. This, like, the On running has really changed running for me, because I am bad about, like, getting, like, lower body pain when I run. Of course, the legs, the shins, things like that. But with the right equipment, I feel like I've just gotten a little bit better. And with the On sneakers, I haven't been feeling that pain. So I am very impressed with this. Again, I appreciate you guys for sending this over to me so I can test it out, because it's really hard for me to find the perfect running shoe. This is definitely, I think, the best one I put my foot in so far. Let me know what you guys think about it. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Have you tried it? Do you want to try it? Have you tried the Ultra Vest, which I think is a game changer? Let me know down below. And until next time, guys, see ya.